Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. In today's video, I'm showing you how to make a standard iced white chocolate Americano at home. Like all of my coffee recipe videos, this is gonna be super short and straight to the point, so I really hope that you enjoy, and let's get into it. All right, so first step is brewing our espresso shot. So with my Nespresso Vertuo, I'm gonna put a double shot pod into the machine, and we're gonna brew our shots directly into this little pitcher with our flavoring. So I don't usually pour my espresso shots right over ice, and the reason is because when it goes into the flavoring like this, not only is it gonna warm up the flavoring and make it taste a lot better, but also it's gonna give the espressos a chance to cool before you pour it over ice, so that way you're not immediately watering down your coffee before you drink it. Now, this isn't like a make it or break it. Obviously, it's still going to melt your ice to a certain extent, but this is just a preference and something that I learned as a barista. So while our espresso shots are brewing, I want to talk a little bit about what an Americano is. So Americano is espresso and water. So the difference between brewed coffee is it is made with espresso instead of making it in like a coffee maker. But the difference between an Americano and a latte is that in a latte, the espresso goes into milk. In an Americano, the espresso goes into water. Sometimes you can make an Americano with little to no water, which is pretty much just like espresso over ice or just plain espresso, but the main part of an Americano is espresso and water. The only time you add milk is when you use cream. So a lot of people don't know this, but when you are brewing your espresso shots and you pour it into a cup by itself, it will start to burn and it messes with the taste of the shots. So if you were not going to use flavoring, I would suggest using a little bit of water or even a splash of milk just to make sure that the espresso is going into something and not burning. So now that our shots are done, I'm gonna give it a quick stir just to make sure all of that syrup is melted and all mixed together, and then we'll grab our cup full of ice. So now, as you can see, I'm pouring the espresso shots over the ice, and you can see the ice melting significantly and pretty fast. So that is why we want to give it a second to cool, because if you don't, it's going to melt even faster. And also that is why we fill our cup full of ice. So on to the next step, we are going to add cream to our coffee. Now, cream is always optional. If you were ordering this at a coffee stand, you would have to ask for cream, or they'd probably ask you whether you want cream or not. And usually the cream is half and half unless you specifically ask for something else. Since we're home, of course, I'm using my almond milk creamer. So then the last step, of course, I'm giving it a big stir, and then we're gonna add some extra ice on top because the ice melt down so much, and I like my Americanos to be pretty cold. So of course, this is another optional step, but I am gonna add some extra ice. All right, you guys, so that is it for me. I really hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to let me know in the comments down below if you try this recipe and what other recipes or other coffee videos you want to see from me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe while you're down there. And with all that being said, I will see you next time.